So around 2007, syndication became a big thing. In 2008, January of 2008, I took a position as the chief executive officer of a company called Point Two Technologies. And we were going to build a syndication engine. Now, what is a syndication engine? You've heard of syndication. It's distribution of listing data. And so we look at all these different MLSs. If you look at that diagram, Netris and Link and lbar.com and SRA, those are multiple listing services. Now remember, they all speak different languages. And so if you were going to draw data from all of those different sources, they all come in different languages. Now remember, there are people that want to receive all that data on the other side, like Zillow and Trulia and Yahoo and Realtor.com. They want to take that data and they want to display it, but they don't want to have to take that data and interpret it all. So there was a need for somebody to create a process that would, we call it, normalize the data, put it in one language, so that it can then be distributed to anybody who wants to use it with very little effort. And so at Point Two, we created the capability to be able to go into all these multiple listing services, take that scrambled egg spaghetti of data and make it look like that smooth data coming out the other side. And that then made the way for syndication. Distribution trumps destination became our cry, where we said it's not about putting it in one place. Those days are gone because people go everywhere now. They got search engines. So now you put it everywhere. And that is what this slide indicates. As a matter of fact, if you don't have a copy of this slide, you ought to get one and use it in your listing presentations, because it shows how you get exposure for your listings. The listing goes into wherever your multiple listing service, and then it is syndicated out to these different destinations. Syndication. Now, there's two types of syndication, opt-out and opt-in, and that was very controversial for a long period of time. Opt-in means an MLS might adopt syndication, but no listings go out. They tell the brokers, we are capable of syndicating. Tell us if you want your listings to go out. And if a broker says, I want my listings to go out, then it gets syndicated. That's opt-in because they've opted in. Now, opt-out, that's the other process. Opt-out is the MLS gets ready to syndicate, and then they send all the data out, and they say to the brokers, we've sent your data out. If you don't want it out there, let us know and we'll bring it back. And so there were two ways to get the data out there. One was to get permission first. The other was to bring it down if you can't get permission. And so opt-out, we created opt-out syndication at Point Two in 2009 with Walt Bukowski. And in 14 months, we had accumulated over 1 million listings, which we distributed across the web. We distributed to Zillow. We distributed to Trulia. That most of the companies that wanted that data, we would distribute to them, and we didn't charge them anything to distribute that data. It was free, and that's the continuing model.